everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing good today. Alright guys, so I don't normally do reviews of any sort on my channel because I find that a lot of the times the stuff that people are reaching out for me to review for them doesn't really suit my channel and probably wouldn't suit a lot of people who watch my channel. But recently Temu actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try out some of their products. I was pretty hesitant about it to begin with just because it's Temu and I feel like Temu kind of gets a bad rap at times. But then on the other hand, I have ordered a couple things off of Temu for myself that have showed up and they were better quality than what I was expecting. So I decided to give it a shot and I figured that this Temu collaboration was a good opportunity for me to get a few tools that I've been looking at getting for a while, and also just to kind of let you guys know whether or not Temu tools are actually worth getting or not, and if they stand up or compare to the quality of other tools that you can get at different places. So we're going to go over the tools that I picked up one at a time and we're just going to check out and see how they perform. We're going to compare them to other tools that may be similar quality. And I think the biggest question of all is whether or not Temu products are comparable in quality to other products of similar pricing. Anyway, let's check out these tools and I'll let you guys know what I think of them, and then you guys can be your own judges and decide whether or not you want to go on a Temu shopping spree. So the first thing that I picked out was this Temu transfer punch kit, and this is actually something that could be super useful to my dad and I if you guys watch the stuff that we do. This has all kinds of sizes in it. It's 28-piece set. It's got size from 3/32 all the way up to 17/32. It says that it's precision point, high quality heat treated alloy steel, and an easy to use index. I actually scribbled on here with some Sharpie because it is really hard to see the size index because it's the exact same color. It is on the block, and then the other thing that I wish they would have done is put the sizes on the tool itself. I feel like that would make it so much more handy, but it's not the end of the world. It just means you have to pay a little bit more attention. I've not actually used these yet to see how well they work or to see how well the steel actually stands up to transferring a punch onto different types of metal. So I'm going to test these out right now and let you guys know what I think of them. So I've got a piece of aluminum clamped down here and I've actually got a tool that I am planning to make, and I need to transfer a hole pattern onto a piece of material. But first of all, I wanted to double check just how true to size these transfer punches really are. So I'm going to start out with a very obvious size. 1/4 inch should be a 0.25. So that's the 1/4 inch one. It comes out just a little under a 1/4 inch, 0.248, which is pretty close. So we're going to do this 17/32. So 17/32 should be 0.531. This is 0.5295. Let's take our 3/16 and a 3/16 should be 0.188. 0.1840. So this is a 1/2 inch, and let's see, that comes out pretty close to a 1/2 inch. So 9/64 should be 0.141. That's 0.140. So I think those are all pretty close to pretty true to size. I've never owned a transfer punch set before, so I'm assuming that normally they would be just like a small fraction smaller than the hole that they're supposed to be punching. That would make sense to me so that your tool's not binding in the hole. But you guys can let me know if you think that these sizes are pretty close to what you would expect from a transfer punch set. I'm sure that if you wanted something super precise, you could go and spend like $100 or more on a set of these. These were relatively cheap in comparison to other transfer punch sets, but not as affordable as I would have expected them to be for what they are. And I will get more into detail about that closer to the end of the video. If you guys want to know how these tools compare to others when it comes to pricing, then stick around for that. Yeah, we're going to just see how these things are looking after they've done a little bit of their job. Okay, so I'm going to be using a 25/64 transfer punch out of this set. set, and we're just gonna be punching aluminum for now because I'm actually just tracing out a pattern for a tool. If you guys wanna see how I made this clutch tool for my Harley, then you can check out the video link that'll be in the corner of the screen here. These are 25/64 holes. This fits pretty good in here. It's actually fitting pretty tight in this one. On this end with the point on it, it is a little more wobbly, of course, because it does not have as much support along the edges. So I just did 9 punches in aluminum with this, and the tip is standing up to the challenge so far. It is pretty centered, so we'll see how it stands up to steel. Okay, so now I've got myself a piece of scrap steel here, and this has a couple different size holes drilled into it, and another piece of scrap underneath of it, which I'm going to transfer some center points onto, and we're going to see how these stand up to something a little heavier than aluminum. So I've got my 3/8 transfer punch. Have a look there. Still got a good point to it. I definitely whacked that hard enough to get a good mark. If you can see that mark there right in front of my finger. It's hard for you to tell how deep that is, but that's definitely a good deep starting point for a center punch. It's just for the fun of it, try a different size. 5/16. We're gonna do a 5/16 punch. I whacked that one a little bit harder. Still got a nice point on it. Definitely doing the job. A nice center punch mark there. All right, let's check out some other tools here. So the other thing that I ordered off of Temu is I actually ordered 3 different plastic hammers. We were in desperate need of a brand new plastic hammer because this hammer that we've been using, I swear, has been around for longer than I have, and it needs a new handle. This thing is just falling apart. So we kind of looked around on Temu at some different hammers, and these ones were the ones that we thought looked the best. To be totally honest, guys, when these showed up, I was surprised at how good a quality they actually feel. Like, they've got a good weight to them. The ends feel like they're actually on there, like nice, like they're not gonna fall apart. I've used these for a couple things so far, nothing crazy. I've used them to tap the axle out of the rear end of my Dyna. This is actually a really good weight. I like the way that the finish is on the steel here. It's got some kind of like a clear coating or something like that on it, so it just makes it look really nice, but it also feels nice. This one is the bigger one. This is a 43 millimeter size. So they come in 3 different sizes: 27 millimeter, 36 millimeter, and then the 43 millimeter. And they actually just feel like a really good hammer. So we're gonna look at these and see how they perform, and then also compare them to other hammers available on the market that are of similar looking kind of quality. Anyways, I've got a piece of brass here. It's pretty gross looking. So I'm just gonna put it on my anvil, and I'm gonna see how one of these hammers does, just flattening that out and making it look nice. So we're going to work with the medium-sized hammer because I think it is the proper sized hammer for such a job as this. And I think it's got its work cut out for it because this is pretty screwed up looking. Now, as for the recoil so far, it's definitely got a lot more bounce than a dead blow hammer would. I think I need a different piece of metal. This one just keeps bowing in and out. All right, I've got a different piece of brass here because that one was just too messed up. Did pretty good on that one. The end of this is standing up to the beating pretty well. It's not cutting it up or anything like that. This actually feels like pretty good quality rubber on the ends of these. Let's give this stubborn piece one more go at it with the smaller hammer. See if we can pinpoint some of these dents a little better. Not sure if you guys can see, I'm not pulling that up with my hand. That's the amount of bounce. It's got quite a bit of bounce in it. Quite a bit of recoil. And then the last but not least item, and probably the thing I've been talking about getting for the longest time, was this industrial, they say, endoscope. This thing's dual lenses, so it's got one lens that faces out the front there, and then it's got another lens that faces out the side. And this is supposed to be a 1080p for resolution, which is pretty decent. I don't know if you really need a 4K resolution endoscope for the kind of stuff that I do. I'm actually super excited about this, and we're gonna test this out on one of the old motors I've got sitting on my bench. We're just gonna have a peek inside, and we're gonna see how this thing performs too. And then we will also do a comparison and just see how it compares in price to similar items that are out there on the market. So I'm actually pretty excited about this one, and I want to look inside of this TY250 engine. You guys probably saw the video of me taking this thing apart, and I'm really curious to see what kind of condition the inside of this motor is in. So let's have a look inside this motor and let's see how this endoscope works. So it's pretty easy to work it. You got a power button here, so you just turn that on. You just hold it for a couple seconds and it turns on. Well, as you can see, the display is actually pretty decent quality and actually better than what I was expecting it to be. So let's put this to some actual use. Okay, one thing first off that I want to point out right away is I charged this thing and it's been sitting in my drawer unused for the last like month and a bit, and it still says it's fully charged. Better than my GoPros, that's for sure. Anyway, let's have a peek inside of here. Going in. Okay, so there's the top of my piston. I feel like I'm in the Titanic. The video quality on this thing is actually not too bad. It looks a little better in person than it does on the camera. And you can adjust the LED brightness too. So you can do that by adjusting it here. So that's 0, that's like the light's off now. And then I could go up. Goes from 60 to 80 to 100. You can also go from colored to black and white. There's black and white, colored. Let's go down a little deeper. You can go 180, so you can flip that upside down. Getting close up does kind of get blurry, but all in all, like for the price, the quality of the picture is not too bad. Now, if you want to slip to the other lens, just hold this button down for a few seconds, and now that's the side-facing lens. It does have a little light on the side-facing lens also. You can also go and change the contrast to normal, reduced, or intensified. You can also zoom, just 2 times bigger. And then to power it off, same thing, you just hold the power button for a few seconds and it powers off. I'm actually kind of impressed with these Temu tools. They are better quality than what I was expecting they would turn out being. So I was totally expecting these just to be totally flattened out after a couple punches on some steel, but both the punches I used on the steel are still nice and sharp feeling. We obviously will have to see how they stand up over time, but I'm actually pretty impressed with the quality, and I don't really have any complaints when it comes to that. I was browsing around online just to compare these to other sets that I found online, to compare prices and such, and that is probably my only actual complaint about this transfer punch set, is that on Teemu, although I didn't pay for this, if I were going to pay for it, this would have been a $50 set Canadian. And my local surplus tools store, Princess Auto, which is kind of like the same as what Harbor Freight would be in the US, sells a set that looks like it's exactly the same set, same orange block and everything like that, for literally half the price. It's $25 down the street at Princess Auto to get the same set of transfer punches. So that would definitely be my complaint there, is I think that Teemu could be doing a lot better on the price for this. If I were gonna go and buy one of these sets, personally, I would go to Princess Auto and save myself the $25. The hammers, I really like these hammers. Like I said already, they seem like they're really good quality. I was actually just surprised with the quality. They feel like they're good weight, they feel sturdy. So these hammers are comparable in price to other similar hammers that I was able to find online. Mind you, the hammers that I found online that were close to the same price as these hammers did not look to be as good a quality. These hammers ranged in price depending on the size. You were getting the largest was just over $30, and then the mid-sized one was just over $20. These are not bad for quality, and the price is quite comparable to other places, so no complaints there. I think they're pretty good, and yeah, I would just say maybe if the ends were changeable, that would make these almost a perfect hammer. And the endoscope, I'm actually quite impressed with this. When I took it out of the box to begin with, it does feel quite lightweight, but the image quality is what I was impressed with. I thought it was going to be a lot more blurry than it is, but as you guys saw, it's actually pretty decent. It's a true 1080p quality, I would say. I like the fact that you can change the lighting on it, that it's dual lens. It's actually got like this shape to it that makes it easy to hold on to, so that's nice. You got all your buttons and everything close to where the handle is, and it's pretty easy to use, guys. The nice thing about this is it's not too floppy, and it actually stays where you bend it to, so that's super handy. I like that you can change the lighting, you can turn the light off. I'm actually quite happy with it. When it comes to pricing on that thing, I would say that their prices on Temu are also quite comparable to other sites like Amazon and AliExpress. I definitely think that for 35 bucks, it's not a bad deal. And if you're on Temu and you're shopping around anyways, and you're looking at something like that, then you might as well throw it in your cart, because any purchase over $30 you get free shipping on, and Temu does have a pretty decent return policy also. I think you get one free return each order, so if something is broken, then you can actually return it for your money back, and they do make it pretty easy to do. Anyway, guys, I hope that you guys liked this video, and I hope that this was kind of insightful for you guys. I know there's a lot of questions floating around and doubts floating around about Temu tools, and these ones I think are actually pretty good. Like, they definitely are comparable to something that you would get somewhere like Harbor Freight or Princess Auto, and the prices are also comparable. Other than this transfer punch kit, I would hope to see Temu lower the price on that thing a little bit, just because I doubt you're going to sell very many of these if people can go down the street and get them for half the price. But when it comes to quality, I think that this transfer punch kit will be something that we use quite a bit in my shop, and it seems to be pretty good quality, so I'm pretty happy with it. And if you guys are interested in grabbing any of these tools, I will have links to each of these in the description of this video, as well as a discount code that you guys can use. So if you put my discount code in when you're checking out on Temu, then you will get a discount on your items. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys want to see me doing more tool reviews, I think they're actually kind of fun. I don't know what you guys think about that stuff, but if you guys want to see more tool reviews on my channel, let me know. I'm sure that Teemu would be happy to hook me up with some more tools. And I hope you all liked this video, and like always, if you guys like what you see, or if you just like me, or even if you don't like me but you like my bikes, then like, comment, subscribe, do all those things you guys do, and like always, I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace. Look at my nose. Just kidding. Almost broke my eardrum pounding that stuff. I'm just going to punch myself. Punch your whole... It doesn't help that this thing's just freaking wobbling around everywhere either. And I need to transfer some... I was pretty... Okay. I was pretty... But... Okay. Come on, why are you stuck down there? I'm trying to get a thumbnail here. Just need to pick up that last thing.